Does it feel to you that your day-to-day experiences are causing an expansion or an evolution of your desire?
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations, cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken.
The basis of this conversation is about momentum, but it's also about inspiration. It's about allowing. It's about receiving. It's about manifesting. So just sort of stay with that flow just a little bit. Let's say that you're trying to decide something. Well, instead of deciding it, receive it. And feel the difference between a decision and a receiving. I just got an idea. Oh, I have the best idea. Feel the difference between I have the best idea and I'm receiving a really good idea. So we've been talking about asking, which sounds like deciding, doesn't it? I know what I don't want, so I've decided what I do want. And then we say, what you've asked for immediately becomes. And then you have to find a way of receiving what you've asked for.
And I think to myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else for the rest of our time.
You've already done
and I know it so well.
The asking.
I will always be by
and
your
now
side.
Your work is to do the receiving.
You glue all the pieces back together.
But what's interesting about that is that as the receiving begins to happen, it feels like the deciding. When what you've been asking for manifests, there is a sort of completion of the cycle that is so satisfying that as it happens within you, it feels to you like that's the point that you're making it happen. But it isn't the point that you're making it happen, because the whole thing is necessary for the becoming of it. We want you to focus for a little bit on being in a moment where ideas are flowing to you. And we want you to think of those ideas that are flowing to you as manifestations. Manifestations that are occurring to you. Manifestations that are being realized by you. So rather than deciding, we will use the word realization. We won't use the word something is being revealed to you now, all of a sudden, because it's been being revealed to you for a very long time. It's just that now you are in the stance of realizing it.
Cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting.
There was so much that you put into motion. Our friend wanted to know what's really in my vortex. There was so much that you put there even before you became consciousness in this physical body, because you knew what the framework of a really wonderful life experience would be. So there was so much that you put there. And because it was there, the characteristics of you as you were born, the way you evolved, even the environment in which you were born, all of those were perfect, satisfying components to these intentions that you had set forth.
I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck.
Now a lot of people want to say, just give me the big picture, just tell me who it is that I'm supposed to be. And we say, every single time we try to do that, you make a comparison between that and where you think you are, or that and what you think you want, and everything gets all mixed up. That's why for the last many hundreds of thousands of incarnations, that's not been the way you have wanted to play that game. In other words, you don't want standards to be set by something that feels like it's outside of you that you are now trying to live up to. You want to be the discoverer of that. In other words, that's what the molding of the clay is right here and now. It's the preparing of your ability to be the realizer of what's there. So that's why we began all those years ago, as we began expressing through Esther in this format, to say 3 steps to the process. You ask, law of attraction and the source within you causes a formulation of it, and then you get to the place that you are allowing it or receiving it. The receiving moment. The moment when you realize. Can you feel what we're getting at? We want you to back away from the sense that there's stuff that I should be doing or that I'm meant to do. And instead just accept that you've created all kinds of things that have already gathered a lot of momentum. And when you were in that place of chilling out, that place of not trying so hard, that place of not caring how you are perceived by anyone else, when you become someone who just wants to realize what you have already created and wants to experience the satisfaction of that realization, that's that sweet spot that you are reaching for. The effort is about action, and the allowing is about vibrational alignment. If you are feeling better, does any condition need to change? And oddly, don't you find that when you're in that soft, natural place, that's when the condition does change? And here's the thing that we want you to hear. As the condition changes and you realize it, that's when the idea comes. Can you sort of get what we're talking about? It's the cart before the horse thing. So what we are saying is that the creation that you think you're trying to figure out is already done. And just for a little bit, set aside how it got done and who did it. We all did it together, and we did it incrementally. And part of it was done before you were even born, and you've been adding to it ever since. And now it is, no matter what it is, it's ready to be realized by you in whatever form you are now capable of realizing it. It's possible for you to walk to the tree that is dangling the fruit, and that at the precise moment that you arrive at the tree, the fruit is ripe and ready for you. So, from what you know about you and fruit, because all things are always accurate, in other words, it's not this way sometimes and this way and other times. From what you know about you and fruit, what would you say are the components that get you there when the fruit is ready for you? Did you will the fruit into unnatural ripeness? Then how is it so, if our story is accurate, and it is, that every time you walk and reach out for it, it's ready for you? What is the factor? Your inspiration, your timing. It is your timing relationship with it. In other words, things are in your vortex and they are ready for you. The question is, are you ready for them? And then the bigger question is, what are you going to do so that you are ready for them? Because you think that the fruit's out there having its experience on its own, and it is never having its experience apart from you. You and the fruit are one. Write that down. You are one. So how are you going to have a satisfying experience with it? It's already done its part. It's already received from you all that you've asked for it to be. It already has become. And all of the element of the universe and source, it has already come to fruition. It's already there. And so what are the elements? What do you bring to the party? What do you bring to this co-creation? And it's all about your readiness. If you are upset about things, if you are mad about things, if you are not pleased with the way life has been going for you, if you've been beating the drum of things going wrong, then you're nowhere near vibrational readiness to receive that. Your timing is off.
I was never the one to write up a song.
And by your timing being off, we mean your vibrational frequency is not in balance with what you're wanting.
'Cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But
when you ask for something, it is there, but you've got to find the frequency of what you're asking.
Glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.